We have 2 guests, and they are...
We found 2 kids in the street. The kids are now full-ass adults, but they grew up in our neighborhood, right next door to me.
Thank you.
It's Jason's kids.
Thank you.
Mark's getting a little sweaty there.
That was weird.
No, we're joined by Jason's 2 of Jason's sons, his oldest and his youngest. The middle one, a little too busy. There's other stuff going on. I can understand. He's a young. How do you say that? He's a young dad. He's not young, but the kid's young. So
Younger dad.
he's a new dad. A new dad?
Newborn dad.
New, separate word, dad. Not a naked dad, like a nude dad. A new dad.
There you go. Nailed it.
I'm sorry, I have to say, last episode when Mark said, I listened to Deep Cuts on XM, and you right away, your quick wit, the ability to right away say, oh, I'm glad you emphasized
Thanks
that
for
one.
enunciating.
Thanks for enunciating. I'm like, I laughed so hard. I'm like, how does he just pick up on that quick?
We gotta laugh.
God, I
We
would have
could
never
quit.
thought of that when you said it. I would have never thought of it.
I had to actually ask, what word are you talking
Yeah,
about?
it took
Oh,
me
that
like
made it
5
even better.
seconds.
But I go, cuts.
Cuts.
It's all good. It's all
man.
good in the hood. So yeah, we're the Ascertainers. It's a special episode because we have one of our guests is going off to an upper year of college. We can't say which one. Oh, sheesh. It's all good.
What is happening?
Are we time outing? What just
We're time
happened?
outing. I thought I was
What
saying
just
this
happened right
this
there?
kid's getting ready to go back to college. I'm like, oh,
Very
no, we're
good.
good. But just no, Mark knows how to. Mark's a trained professional. He's worked with me for many years.
I think this is
There are
definitely the
implications.
wildest podcast you guys have had. Yeah.
Well, hell yeah.
random.
Let's get Buck.
Sure.
Let's get Buck Ascertainery. Thanks for noticing how odd our conversation is. You know, we've got about 120 of them to listen to. There's like 2 other ones that are funny. The key is finding those 2
No.
without wasting all your time. Our friend Charlie, who's been a repeat guest and is one of our best sources of feedback next to Pat. Boy, Pat, ever since he denied us and didn't come on, he sure has a lot of friendly tips. And Pat, we'd love to have you on, and maybe we'll incorporate some of your cool ideas. But
Pat did send us an email.
2 in the last 2 weeks or so. One came in today. One was about blind faith, and the other one was about why Mark isn't better. And I thought, wow, that just seems. Maybe I read it wrong. Let me see what it says.
Come on.
I think, you know what, I might have misquoted him. It's possible.
Go to Newt's in Apple Valley, best bar. for
Thank you.
entertainers.
He asked about the Billy Joel documentary. So we're going to talk about that anyway because of Billy Joel and the Piano Man. Billy Joel is the most dickish guy ever. You guys know that song, Piano Man? It's a classic.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I heard this comedian's take on that song, and he goes, what an asshole. He's like, they love me. They put bread in my jar. They're like, wow, you're so much better than us and stuff. And it's like, wow, he's right. So, but we also, you and me, Mark, on one of our Ascertainer dates, go see a Billy Joel tribute show.
We did.
We liked it.
Didn't a recent Billy Joel documentary come out where
That's-
his wife stole all his money in like a scandal or something? Like,
He went broke somehow. I think it was
Or no,
his manager. It
No,
was his manager.
but the manager was her brother. He hired her brother as his manager, and he swept all the money under the rug from him. So he had to start from scratch with him. I thought that's what.
I think he's done that perhaps twice. So
Really?
yeah, Billy Joel is.
Oh man,
Get yourself a good manager you can trust. All you aspiring singer-songwriter, piano player types.
That's why I like to have no money, because nobody can
That's
steal
where
it.
it's at. That's how you know your real friends are. It's like, wait, you're broke? All right, I'll manage you anyway.
Yeah.
We get a lot of emails, people trying to manage the Ascertainers, trying to take us from shitty to bad. You know, that's where the money's at. You know, once you can get it from crappy to bad, sky's the limit after that.
We actually have advertisement in print.
Oh,
are you serious?
yeah. If you
Yeah.
listen to the last
A
episode,
newspaper?
Mark, do you have it with you, Mark?
I don't.
Oh, is it at home framed above the mantle?
Yes.
No, tell. It's all you, Mark. This is all you're doing.
Well, I'm in a Pontiac collector car club, and they have a newsletter, and I paid to put our podcast advertisement in it.
Oh wow,
Nice.
Get up. Get back on your chair. I know you all fell off it because that is something else. What did that run us
$30 for 12
That's
issues.
pretty good.
for a year? That's like
for a year.
like
That's
a
actually
can
really
of
good.
pop, a quarter. Sorry.
So one person came up to us after that,
Us?
me, at a Pontiac show.
Not
He's
at the
so
car
humble.
I don't do car shows.
Huh?
I'm more of a Chevrolet man. The bow tie. I like the bow tie.
And said I'd listen to your podcast.
The fuck out of
So
here.
we got one person.
Then what do you do? You kick you right there.
It was a she. And she said, "Who is this Jim guy?"
How's it hanging? Thanks for letting us in. $30 for a year. We'd like to renegotiate for next year. I won't go higher than $29.50, and I want a little bigger font. Jack, what do you got that roll of tape for? I'm concerned.
I'm just kind of like fidgety. So
Bored?
I've just been playing with it.
Bored because we haven't talked to you in a whole thing?
I'm not bored. I'm just fidgety.
Can I mention
I've
that
had
the
to do
brothers were doing like hand signals?
Gang signals.
It was
Right,
just
right.
I wanted him to take one headphone off because it's easier.
Well, you're the
Talk.
only one doing it. You just didn't want to be alone.
Mark does it a lot.
I do it.
Hey, Jack,
Me and
Right.
Jim got
don't buck.
Clearly got teams for
Don't
him.
buckle the
peer pressure.
That's
buddy.
right. That's how we wound up with that bunch of hula hoops and a pet rock. But that peer pressure. Do you even know what those are?
A pet rock.
Yeah, that was a thing.
It's a rock.
Do you know what chia pet is?
Yeah.
Yes, I remember those commercials like
I bet you
burned
do.
in my memory. Yeah,
I bet you know what a chia pet is because you look remarkably. There was a chia pet that looked a little like the beard you got going on there, friend.
Wow.
That is a bushy beard. You look like Wooly Willy. Wooly Willy. The guy with the magnets. Nobody knows what that is. It's a compliment.
I mean, it's like a 1-inch beard. It's just thick.
That's
everywhere.
1 inch is a lot, dude.
Yeah, take it from me.
Anthony, our cousin-in-law, his beard's like down to here.
You know the Civil War.
What war beard is
Were
it?
you in the Civil War?
I am that
Jack,
old.
jeez.
It's-
Let's jump in. Attack Mark. He's the best guy.
That was the best. Who said it? Is that you, Jack?
Yeah.
It could have been. Just what you gotta do is you gotta figure out which side. Then now you're getting somewhere. All right, here's a picture of it's called Woolly Billy. All right, it doesn't look that much like you, but if you put more magnets on it.
Yeah.
Well, what you would do is you would take see how much more was in that little thing is a magnet, and it would take those little chunks of lead, and you can make his beard nice and bushy.
in red.
No, that's just the color of the wand that had the. See if I can find a video. I had something I want to ask everyone. We've been drinking a little tonight. Who, starting with Mark, then to Jack, because I want you to get a little time to think.
Yeah.
Who's the most famous, and actually you're a good one, because I know you've at least met Alice Cooper, but who is the most famous person you've ever met?
Tom Petty.
You met Tom Petty. Tell us how that went.
Same thing as Alice Cooper. He was on the airplane. I went out and
He
said,
flew commercial?
he did, but
Okay.
first class on the DC-10, and he was in first class with his then girlfriend, but the Heartbreakers were in coach. So I thought that was
Oh my
a
god.
little
What?
different.
And it was the DC-10. It must have been a long time ago.
Yes.
Huh.
Was it just kind of like you're obviously the captain and he says,
I was the first officer. I rushed out there just to say hi to him.
When did you know he was
He
on?
said, huh?
When did you know he was on? Did the stewardess tell you, or did you see him get on, or what?
I saw him when
saw
I
the
went out
manifest.
to use the restroom.
You saw him a bunch of times. How far was the flight? An hour?
I didn't have to pee as often back then.
When Tom Petty's around, drinking water like crazy. All right, I'm gonna go next because I didn't want to follow Tom Petty, and mine's shitty anyway. I think mine is Lou Holtz. That's not even
Ooh.
that exciting.
That is awesome.
That's
I
quite-
love
that Jack Kennedy quite.
Well, here's how it went down. I'll just tell you real
Lou
quick.
Holtz is a great man.
People that have heard every
Good
episode, not looking at anyone in particular, would know that I was at the Seattle airport, was there for business, and I was waiting for my whatever car, the ground transport, and it was just surprisingly dead. There was hardly any people around, and there's this guy sitting there, and I'm walking kind of back and forth, and I walk by him. I go, it's right after he left the Gophers. So he was probably a year into Notre Dame by then.
I didn't even know he coached the Gophers.
He coached the
No,
yeah. We blew that too. So anyhow, I walked by and I walked by again. He's just sitting there. He's reading something or whatever. This is before phones, right? Where you read a book or you wrote. You didn't scroll. And then I just was like, no one's around. I'm like, I don't think I'm bugging him or anything. And I go, excuse me, I just have to ask you, does anyone ever tell you you look just like Lou Holtz? And he looks up and he's got like the glasses, that are like way too like magnified. And he goes, hey, it happens all the time. I'm like, holy shit. So he signed something for me and I go, I'm from Minnesota. I think you're awesome. I think you're real, just a inspirational guy. And he goes, I love the people of Minnesota. It's just the whole Lou Holtz bit.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance to see it, I'll post it in the show notes, the Lou Holtz graduation speech where he's like addressing like a college graduating class. It's like, we never grew up hungry because whenever I said I'm hungry, my mom said, no, you're not, or something like that. It's just great. He's so country and very inspirational. So that's my guy. Yes.
I wanted to say something about Lou Holtz. I think last year he had a beef with Ryan Day, the Ohio State head coach, that he was completely unaware of.
Who was unaware, Lou or Dave?
Lou Holtz was unaware that Ryan Day. Actually, they were kind of both unaware. So someone did an impersonation, like he was literally dressed as Lou Holtz and did a impression of him, and Ryan Day thought it was the real Lou Holtz. So after a post game after they beat Notre Dame, he started talking smack about Lou Holtz, even though it wasn't the real Lou Holtz that was talking about him.
It's the equivalent of a Twitter troll. And
it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that Lou Holtz is still alive. I thought he was no longer with us. So
no,
that's cool too.
It was just such an absurd quote that you logically, common sense would say, oh, that's not real.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, what is he, like 30-something? 30? Yeah. 30-something year old guy dressed 40. As Lou Holtz. Yeah. And he thought it was the real Lou Holtz.
He had a mask on.
Lou Holtz is like, what, 110?
Lou Holtz is, on a good day, he's frail, and he don't look like a 30-year-old. Well, I'm glad I ran into Lou Holtz and picked that as my guy, because otherwise I don't have a lot of famous, anything.
How about our guests?
Well, who wants to go first?
I'll go next.
All right.
I got a few, I guess. I mean, technically two. I'll just say it. I went to Mall of America and I saw TJ Oshie there with his family, but I was too chicken to actually go up to him, and I regret that every day.
Really?
Jesus. Every day you wake up, you regret that.
It sometimes it pops in my head more often than you think. I should have at least gotten a picture with the guy. I mean, he's a USA legend for hockey.
TJ Oshie is
he is
Minnesota native.
Yeah,
Stanley Cup. He's a Stanley Cup winner.
He's from Warroad, Minnesota. He won the Cup of Washington in 18, and played for the Blues, which is me and Jake's favorite team. Just throw that in there. He's way bigger than you think he is.
Do you ever then also give yourself a pat on the back for just letting him enjoy time with his family?
Yeah, if he wasn't with his family, I probably would have, but he was with his wife and kids, so I was like, I don't really, they seem like they're having a nice time. I don't want to interrupt that. And there was people around too in the store. I don't remember which store, but it was I don't want, if I said something or started taking a picture with them, it's the Mall of America too. There's hundreds, thousands of people in there. If I start taking a picture,
then that draws a Exactly. I think you made the right move, my friend. Mm-hmm. How old were you? Were you a junior high school?
I was probably about 15.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a heads up move. I
actually met the former head coach of the UND hockey team, Brad Berry. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. He's so humble. He's a family man. He's a great guy. And I've also met the head coach of the Minnesota Wild, John Hines. He has eaten twice at the restaurant that I work at.
Really?
Yeah.
That I ate at 2 weeks ago?
Yes, he is he's apparently a regular. One of our bartenders has been serving him for months, and no one knew who he was. No one told her that was him. So, and I was the first person to realize it was him. And first time he ate there, I didn't see him until he was just leaving, and then I did like a double take. I was like, wait, was that John Hines? And I made the bartender that was there like show the name on the receipt because I wasn't 100% sure because he just left, and it actually was him. And then like a week later he came in again, and I actually saw him, and I
And he dines alone, sits at the bar,
he
or
sits at the he was at the bar alone both times.
Huh.
So yeah, that was pretty
is this
cool.
is this the bald guy?
Yeah.
The guy that replaced the guy everybody loved? Who was the guy before him?
Creed from The Office, you mean?
Oh, Dean Evison. Yeah.
Dean Evison.
I don't think many people liked it.
Casual fans did.
Oh.
But like when they shit canned him, everyone was like, "Why? What did you accomplish there?" And then they went on a tear, right? So
Yeah.
I think sometimes you just gotta,
So yeah.
if it ain't working, you find the next guy.
They just have to win a first round series. And that coach.
That'll help. That'll help.
Well, I didn't expect to top the whole table. Tom Petty was pretty good, but I met Bill Murray at a St. Paul Saints game.
Oh, way to go, Lass,
And
you dick.
Classic Bill Murray. It was me, my mom, and dad because they both love his stuff. And he was literally in the outfield, center field, like probably 18 rows up at a St. Paul Saints game. Now I think he owns a team, doesn't he?
He used to.
At one point,
He
he
used
had
to be
big
a
stake
star.
in
Maybe.
it, yeah.
Okay, but we waited for like a break in an inning where no one was around him, and they brought us up. And I remember the whole like 45 seconds. He was like, oh, and he like stood up right away, and he's like, hey. Nice
Oh,
to
so
meet
it
you."
wasn't set up. It wasn't. It was just
No.
he was just there checking out the game, and you guys just.
You would have to ask my dad or mom.
How
but
old were you?
I had to have been like 12, Alex 10, I'd say.
Wow.
And I
That's
still
awesome.
remember his face, and all I could think
So
was,
exactly 16 years ago, then,
that
being
was only
revealed or
16
not.
years ago. That's
if you were 12,
That's actually scary.
Jack, does that check out?
Yes, that does.
Yes.
I just couldn't.
I'm
That-
just hazing you now,
Oh my
boy.
god.
So you and your mom and dad just kind of walked up the bleachers or whatever. There's not. I mean, it was
I
in
think
the
we
same
actually walked
stadium.
down to him.
Was it at the same stadium they're playing now, or the old one?
The old one, Midway.
It had to have been the old one because that one
Yeah.
by like all the bridges and overpasses. One of the parents was like, "We love your movies," and he asked like, "Oh, what is your favorite?" Or maybe I have that wrong, but yeah, they could have said like, our favorite movie of yours is What About Bob?"
Mm-hmm.
And like we all watch it, and I always watched it in the car, like on road trips. And he I remember him like instantly being like, "Really?" Like just looking up, like
Like that's your favorite. Bill
yeah.
Murray
He
movie?
like
What about
looked at
Bob?
us and how old we were, and was like, "Ooh," like
Oh,
yeah,
you're in
because
therapy, aren't
there's
you?
a lot of mature concepts in that movie, like trying to kill Bob.
Honestly, he might have honestly forgotten he even did that movie with everything else.
But that was some of his
That's
best
such an
work. He
under the
played that
radar
character
movie.
unbelievable.
He did. It's probably one of the most underrated movies of all time.
It's a cult classic.
It is.
Have you heard that word?
Cult classic.
Yeah. Has that been around for a while?
Time to time,
I
yeah.
don't like the word.
Manson.
It's like a
Manson.
movie.
I'm more of a Manson guy myself.
It's
Mark likes Jim Jones. Bill Murray's, he's cool. He's got a real cult following.
We have so many lines from that movie that our family uses to this day.
yes.
Like,
What
it's
about Bob?
insane.
I referred to that movie as Something About Bob recently because it was conflated it with Something About Mary. But Bill Murray. So here, this actually, I'm going to thank you for your bravery and telling you met a way cooler star than all of us. Okay, I think people generally probably have a negative opinion of the Kelsey brothers by now, I think.
I'd say it's about 50% on that.
I will post in the notes of this podcast when they had Bill Murray on, and they had asked Bill Murray to recount the story about Bill Murray calls up the husband of the guy. Hold on, the husband of the lady who plays the lead female role in the movie Roadhouse. who at some point during the movie Roadhouse, Patrick Swayze really gives it to her. But apparently what he does is then he'll, like when it's on TBS or whatever, he'll call the guy's house and go, hey, I'm going to turn on TBS right now. And he describes to the guy what's happening to his wife in the movie. It is, if you could take all of Bill Murray's just oddness and perfect just weirdness, it's in that clip. So you're welcome. I'll a little teaser for you there. I guess if you're listening to it, you can just pause it and go watch that. But I was he can get so much out of so little as far as his just what he says, how he says it, all the spaces, and just makes you cringe, as he's getting ready for what he's going to say next. I'm a giant Bill Murray fan, so I'm also a huge Tom Petty fan. TJ Oshie, big fan, but I didn't know the other guy. So here's another one I had, and that is, you want to do Song of the Week? We better do Song of the Week. We were breaking it up.
Sure.
No, we did that on the other episode. So we have a new episode. I think I forgot mine. Oh, no, I'm going to go first. I'm going Billy Idol, Eyes Without a Face. It came out in the year of 1984, and one of the coolest music videos I ever saw. So, but I'm pretty easy to please.
Explain why you picked that year.
1984 is when I was the same age that our guest Jack was.
Do you have a song?
Oh, yeah.
Song of the Week. Is it by the same guy?
No. All right, Jim. My song of the week for this episode is by Riley Green, another country artist. And this song is called Jesus Saves. It is
the cover?
No.
I shouldn't say is it a gospel standard or is it a
got people whispering to each other
yeah.
while I'm trying
Why do you have to
to
point
your brother doesn't ever show you up at all.
I mean,
You're following Jesus Saves. Good
I
luck
was
with that
trying to
one.
do it professionally.
If you say Devil Went Down to Georgia, I'm going to edit it out, okay?
No, I was
Can't,
going the same artist as you. Are you done? Did you say it already?
Oh,
Yeah,
my,
fine, I'm
wow.
let's stop
Riley
talking about
Green,
Jesus now.
Jesus Saves.
I'm just going to slip my name because when you said it, I couldn't think of one until you said it. I'm going to go with Mony because it's one of the best party songs you could
By
possibly.
Billy Idol.
And that couldn't wait? Wow.
Actually, a cover.
Everyone knows.
Is it
that
really?
song.
It is.
Tommy James and the
Oh.
Shondells did it. I don't know if they
I had
covered
no
it.
idea. I thought that was his.
If there were a way to look this
It's on
up,
that
I
show.
would.
Even I-
These two are going at it, hammer and tong over here.
And-
Fight. Mony, it says is a song by Tommy James.
Still a good song.
Tommy James is a songwriter. Not
Marcus
only
Smith.
is his a cover, but he took my artist. The
Yeah,
hell?
that's like a double whammy.
That's-
right
Come on,
there.
Jack. Pile on this guy. He's there for the taking.
Well,
I can't set you up any better as a fellow youngest of three boys. But you're so nice.
You
can't
were a
pile
lot
on.
more likable in the first episode.
Oh, what?
right when you said Billy Idol, I couldn't think of another song.
You're supposed to
And
have
I'm
a
like,
song ready. We had 5 minutes to
I'm
look
like,
at a song.
I know what my favorite Billy Idol song is. I just want to go next so that they can end on good one.
What's your favorite Billy Idol song?
Money.
It's the only one I know.
You don't know White Wedding?
No. I don't
Eyes
know.
Without a Face?
No.
That other one?
If
Cradle
not-
of Love?
if
Rock
Jason-
to the Cradle of Love.
if Jason did not play it, I didn't hear it. But I heard this one on an NHL video game. So
Shit, what's the one?
12.
Hot in the City. That's a good one.
Very good.
That's from his first record, like with Mony. Hot in the City Tonight. Billy Idol came from a kind of a hardcore band called Generation X, and he got a very hard time for selling out. You thought Metallica got a hard time when they kind of went a little more mainstream?
Yeah.
But
No,
Billy
I'm
Idol took
sure.
a lot of arrows for the people that wanted to get paid for
Mhm.
like making videos and cashing checks.
I had
so-
no idea about that. I thought he was like more of a Robin Thicke guy, like just kind of like a
Billy Idol,
yeah.
What?
I didn't know he had like a
give him a look.
yeah.
Give him a look from his old days. He was a little, not like way edgier, but far less concerned about his image. Now he's the guy from The Wedding Singer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By the way, great role, great movie.
He had a guitarist that was,
Steve
Fan-
Stevens.
and then he left because Steve thought he could make it on his own.
Steve was wrong. Steve
then he
was
came
wrong.
back.
But Steve Stevens was a good guitarist. He had just kind of a I don't know, his style was only good with Billy Idol. But I've seen some of like some of his technique and stuff. And it's like, shit. I think guys that are more flashy like that, you discount the fact they can actually play good or well, depending on where you went to school. I went to that Cato. We say good. Anyway, who would you like to meet?
Alive or dead?
Don't say me, but I'm dead, okay? Because I know that's what you're going to say, you dick. No. Before I say that, alive or dead, past, and it can't be a family member either. We're talking like a celebrity. So, it's not a, what are you doing?
What? Nothing.
You guys in cahoots?
No,
Here, I'll say this
no.
guy. So anyway, Mark, how about you? Don? Oh, Tony Orlando.
Captain.
So,
Captain Crunch.
Who's that? Is that
sorry.
an inside joke?
Well, no, he's talking about okay, here, before I do go into the hilarity, they say that you shouldn't meet your like heroes or the people that, you really look up to. They almost invariably, it's a bad idea because you catch them like at the Mall of America with their family and they don't want to be bothered, or they're drunk, or they say you shouldn't meet your heroes. And the reason they say that is for what I just mentioned. With that said, who would you most like to meet? Anybody want to go first? Mark's going to say Richard Gere. All right.
You have yours?
Jack, you got yours?
There's a certain person from the 40s that I would love to ask questions about. What was he thinking?
This guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, go for it. So you would want to meet Adolf Hitler.
Do you know why he had the mustache like it was?
No, I don't.
Because he got hit with mustard gas and he had a full mustache and his mask didn't seal and he got effects from the mustard gas. So he always shaved his mustache like that so he would have a perfect seal on the gas mask.
Did anyone else know that?
Nope.
Jim, did you know that?
2 words. Hilarious. Anyway,
Okay.
I didn't know that. Jack, you got more in the tank? You want to
I feel
out
like,
weird Mark on the Hitler thing?
I don't know any specific facts like that about him. I would also like to meet my hero, Vladimir Tarasenko. Would be
All right.
ideal.
So glad he said Tarasenko. I thought he was going to throw a Putin in there.
He's on the Wild now.
Also, or Matthew.
Putin's on the Wild? Oh, we'll win every game. The refs will be like, goal. They haven't dropped the puck yet. Goal.
Yeah, I've seen those clips.
I heard a comedian talk about, and Mark loves how when I recount the comedian shit, but it basically has to do with going back and killing baby Hitler. And it's like if you go back in time, you would go and kill Hitler in his crib. And it's like, Hitler wasn't really a problem then. You can let him grow up a little bit and then kill him. But if you need to kill the baby, that's totally fine too.
I mean, how deep can we go into these like random talks here? Because I have a better go back in time question.
I would
go
like
for
to
it.
hear that because I don't have that good of a guy I'd like to talk to.
If you went back in time, well, how would you prove you're from the future?
Without a phone.
Without a phone, you can't bring anything with you. If you were to go back in time, how would you prove you're from the future?
That's geez, Jack.
I've heard that's like one of my most favorite. That and what's like the biggest animal you could take in a fight are my two favorite questions that like get like it can go on for hours.
I'll go with hit by a car, silverback, and switchblade knife. Boom.
Do you think 100 grown men could fight a gorilla to the death?
100 grown men should be able to take a gorilla out easily.
That's what I'm saying.
Gorilla would get too tired.
You would
If we
have,
have strategy.
Well, 100 grown men, each with their own, like fighting as an individual, but as working as a team, you got 10 teams of 10. You put 10 on a leg, you still got.
But you're going to have to have
a boy or a girl
few
gorilla.
few
still
that
got
take
50
the
left.
bullet
Yes.
If it's a
of getting
boy.
their heads
And-
bitten off. Well, I think it would start by a stealth approach. Like 6 guys go up, they get low on the gorilla, like the back of the knees, try and get him off balance.
Do you
and then
not
everyone
think Aaron Donald could 1v1 that gorilla?
That's what I'm saying. If we
What kind of
had,
gorilla are we talking about here? Like a silverback?
yes, like a
Like a
fully
Harambe.
grown male silverback.
Like a Harambe.
What if we could find
100 though? 100 to 1. There will be seriously effed up people, but like you'd be up in the probably 70s before you get that thing down. But there would be a lot of damage. I would chuck a Playboy and a belt in there and see if he goes, Michael Hutchins on himself.
We could take some death row people and they could be the first in line.
Well, they wouldn't care enough to
See?
actually fight the gorilla.
will
Yes, they
check
would.
on
They're
that.
dying with a purpose.
I would go, instead of
They
death
don't
row
care.
people, I would go with vegans. I don't know.
That's like the worst.
No.
I wouldn't want to.
No, it would be fun to see how far they go. Sorry, vegans. Oh, Mark's a vegan. Shit, dude. Sorry.
Oh, I was wondering why he was looking at you.
Mark, how do you like your chances? What would you
Mark's a
do?
vegan. What?
I'm not a
Mark doesn't
vegan.
eat meat. You didn't know
I'm
that?
a pescatarian.
Oh, that's better.
That's like a Lutheran.
I wasn't talking.
I want to know the ones that I. So, what would you guys do to prove you're from the future, and what's the biggest animal you could take and fight? I'll start off with the animal one. I think the biggest animal by like height would be an ostrich that I could take. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay, there, Chet.
They're big animals. They're over
They are.
6 tall.
Huge.
And you would
Yeah.
not do well.
We're
against
only
the-
going by height.
Hold on. Is your metric the biggest animal you could beat, or just name an animal you could beat?
The biggest animal you could beat in a
Well,
fight,
big,
an ostrich.
like some animals are big, but they're not tough. A panda. Fuck, I could take a panda.
Oh yeah, pandas are the dumbest.
Done. I
animal
picked
ever.
panda. What do you guys got?
I got a hamster.
Mark.
Oh, Mark.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
boy.
I'm kidding.
I'm going kangaroo.
You know what I'm feeling?
A kangaroo would beat the.
Kangaroo and an ostrich
Kangaroos
would
are
both be formidable,
mean.
and
What's an ostrich?
I think if
gonna
my
do?
life
It can
was on
kick.
the line, I'd do it.
they kick,
I'll
dude.
just snap that thing's leg.
I'll tell you right now. I tried to kill a
Like a
wild.
flamingo.
I don't like your chances of getting a flamingo, really. But I tried. So I shot a wild turkey one time and didn't kill it all the way. And I was like, oh, just go up there, you wring its neck. Oh my God, those things are terrifying. They got these big spikes behind their claws and shit. Yes, and that's a 30-pound bird. An ostrich weighs about 150. You're not going to beat an ostrich, Jack. In fact,
I'm beating an ostrich.
can we set it up for charity? That charity being
Make
the
that
Get
work,
Jack
yeah.
Out of the Hospital Fund because the ostrich just clawed his eyes out.
I mean, if
For the cure.
if you attack it from the lower half, I think I can beat it
All right.
for sure.
Okay.
You break
Take
those
out its
dumb
legs.
little legs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
We did ask ChatGPT the same source of truth for who would win in a foot race, Steven Tyler or Kenny the Jet Smith from the NBA Today. Turns out Kenny the Jet Smith would win that one. That's a thing. We also did, I think, Angela Lansbury for Murder, She Wrote, and Ozzy Osbourne.
And Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, ChatGPT likes Dick Van Dyke against Ozzy. Technically, I guess I didn't really see how bad Ozzy was at the end either.
I
But-
didn't either.
So, in a fight between an adult man and an ostrich, ChatGPT favors the ostrich. And
Are we really?
I think that you're right. We should not rely on all of the truth from Google combined into one thing. I'm just saying, I don't like your chances. If you want to do it, sure, I'll bet on you. Just not going to bet a lot on you because I think the
We're
ostrich
going to
would.
lose a lot of money, Jim.
You know what an
4-inch
ostrich-
claws.
You know what an ostrich doesn't have that a human has?
Heart,
Just pure heart and grit.
grit.
I'm a dog.
You know what else? They're Australian and Jackson.
I don't know, Jim. I think I'm taking
Jack-
myself on that one.
Jack's American. America.
Yeah.
Hey,
Don't say in the morning they have. Something like that.
All right, so back to
Something like that. That's awesome.
well, Jake, what do you think is the biggest animal you could be in a fight?
I feel like I already said kangaroo.
Oh yeah, you did say kangaroo. Fine. What
I'm gonna
about-
go. You know what? ChatGPT will disprove that.
I
too.
know they got those big nails on their
ChatGPT
feet if they kick you, but I'm gonna put. Haven't you guys seen the
How-
video of the
Where
guy?
would you
The
punch?
guy's dog was being attacked by a kangaroo,
Yeah.
and he went up and squared up and punched him, and the kangaroo was like, "Whoa!" Like,
You
Do they show what
bastard.
happens after
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, but have you seen
Huh?
Kangaroo Jack?
Or like kangaroo jacked? Am I right? So.
That was a Mark joke right there.
Wow.
why have you attacked Mark so
man.
much?
I literally got away scot free on that
time.
one. That's good.
First the Civil War joke, now this.
Did you guys hear the one about the cross-eyed seamstress? She couldn't mend straight. They just threw their hands up. Huh, what is that?
Still trying.
Mark, did you do your animal yet? What animal you think you could be?
Elephant.
All right.
You could be an elephant. I went with panda originally, and I still think it would kick my ass because it's a wild animal.
Don't you think you could take a deer? If you had to kill it to survive, you would be able to take a deer.
A doe,
Any deer.
no, a buck could mess you up pretty good with his antlers. How are you going to kill a deer with your bare hands? I don't know. All you got to do is put an episode of the TheAscertainers on. You'd probably kill a lot of species. Man, if I was a deer and I had the option of some guy choking me out, I'd be like, so I don't got to sleep outside tonight? Do it. Here's where the breathing part is. Go ahead.
Exactly. Mark, your first answer
What
was
else you gonna
hairless
do?
hamster, I believe.
Yeah, Mark. And that stretch
Went from a hairless hamster to an elephant.
well, the hamster's a gateway rodent. And then a couple years later, you're jonesing for an elephant. You know, everything kind of, it's
Yeah.
about elasticity, Jack.
So I did look up. I said, I just like the general. What's the biggest animal you could take in a fight? And the number one answer was like bobcat. So
Oh, please.
Bobcat also, that'll give you
Coyote? We could kill a coyote. No problem.
could you kill a coyote?
As a
Everyone-
group.
I
No,
would rather
one person.
take
That's
on
like
a
a small
coyote than a
dog.
bobcat. Bobcat, I think, is more vicious than a coyote.
Well, like it's not like an actual like size. I mean, it did say bobcat, but I mean like that size.
Bobcat? You ever seen how big a
It's
bobcat gets?
bobcat lynx.
Bobcat's that tall. Mature bobcat.
Standing up on its hind legs? Or
No.
Shut up. Shut up. You're talking about a mountain lion.
Mountain lion? That big. Bobcat's that big. Well, what are you gonna
Okay,
say?
your hand was up here before.
Well, I would say a bobcat is about that big. What is that? 3 feet?
Yeah,
That's
because
as
we
tall
are
as
not
my
a
dog.
video podcast, so
Well, okay.
let people know
How-
what
how
you're
Jim
doing.
is lifting his hand 2.5
If I said
feet up
how
the ground.
tall is a bobcat, it's going to be like, what's he doing? Is he on his back legs?
If a bobcat's back is
What about
2.5
bobcat
to 3 feet tall,
dimensions?
I will be freaked out.
Bobcat gold weight was 5'7". Okay, no, that's not bobcat dimensions.
You're going to get hurt taking any of these animals.
That's not the question.
Mark, this is a fight to the death.
Yes. Which animal can you kill in a fight with your bare hands?
This is there's
Not-
no technology.
There's no like you
Fighting.
could be your whole body you could be in a full body cast, but as long as you kill that animal, that's what we're wondering.
Can I
Like
just go
the-
to Hy-Vee and get the meat?
We'll take the hypotheticals
Take 5.
out. No more hypotheticals.
They talk about length. I want height.
Jim, we're all done with it now.
Can't you just Google
over it?
foot to back height?
What the, like how many hands? I should say how many hands is one because that's usually how high they are. Bobcats are typically 28 to 50 inches long, including the tail.
Oh my god,
Well,
there's
you
no
barely
way
got a
it doesn't
tail.
give you that. Jack, look it
A
up.
bobcat's tail is to mustaches is what Hitler's would be. A cougar, on the other hand, is more like say Wyatt
Bobcat
Earp.
is
Wyatt Earp or
3 to
something.
6 feet wide.
Okay, again,
No, you're
that is not what we're looking
That's
for.
a bobcat. You're thinking about they give you stuff for like the things you move gravel around with a bobcat. I'm talking like the animal, not the fucking heavy
Oh my
equipment.
god, it was that. Wait, why did it?
You think it was
that?
you got a 6 foot wide bobcat? You think you're gonna beat that?
We're looking for height on feet of bobcat. not
Males are larger
standing
than
up.
females, with weights ranging from how many pounds you think a bobcat weighs?
55.
90.
35. females,
we
blah,
could-
blah,
Oh,
blah.
come on. You could punt that.
It says they're twice the size of a domestic cat. Well, that's bullshit. You know what I need? I
They're
need a
like this
picture of a
tall.
bobcat next to a postage stamp, so like you can do scale. No? Okay.
I can't believe you guys couldn't find out paw to back height of a bobcat.
Paw to
It
back.
said 1.5 to 2 feet.
Okay, yeah. You were way up here.
You're thinking about the person I mentioned earlier, I think,
TJ Oshie?
with how high you raise your hand.
TJ Oshie.
Oh, Hitler? A bobcat is approximately from, what do you say, from hoof to back or whatever?
From paw to back, I feel like if you Google that,
17 and a half Hitler mustaches. I don't think that's a
think
accepted
less.
form
I
of.
feel like we have too much Hitler content ever.
Read a lot of Hitler talk.
I didn't bring it up.
Yeah, you did.
Not the
All right,
first time.
Like
Hey.
twice.
I did a bunch of times after, but I didn't initiate.
Well, now we're on the most offensive one.
I'm gonna
so far.
redirect this conversation and get lighthearted again. So the days that you guys were doing mossball torsion and we had that neighborhood golf course, I'm willing to bet that was probably the best time period of your guys' life and mine. Am I wrong?
Oh my.
I enjoyed that time.
The Mossball Torsion was a neighborhood band, which both Mark and I were bass players in, albeit I was only for a weekend. But then we had a 14-hole golf course, I think,
Yes.
which your dad was the driver behind.
Oh, was he?
Because, well, he had the ideas, and I kind of worked with, I figured out where to source the cups. We had like PGA golf cups.
Yes.
And then we mowed the tee boxes and we bought little tee block markers, like little wiffle balls, really with giant nails in them. Super
And
safe.
Pretty real flag sticks.
Your
might I
dad, that was
add.
your dad. I think somebody's mom, either your
My
mom
mom.
or dad's, or your mom,
She did.
sewed the flags. We had flags with
Mhm.
numbers on them and everything. Yeah, but we only had 14 actual holes, I think.
Right.
We were just
Yeah.
short of a full course. That was a fun time. You're right. Wow. Nice.
Oh, that's a good memory of mine. Those days, because like,
Hey, Jack, sorry you weren't there for it. But anyway.
Everything I did when I was born.
did you guys
Yeah.
only ever play on our deck, or did you go? I know you practiced in our basement, but
Oh,
did you
look at
ever
him.
go places? Like,
Look
did
at
you ever
him.
do gigs, like locally?
I wanted to, but some of the other Chris said no, he would never do a gig.
Really?
Who's that?
Oh, that's
Chris,
Anyway, this train's coming in the station.
thank you for listening. Get a hold of us at TheAscertainers@gmail.com or like us on Facebook.
Tuesday
Share us with a
nights
friend.
are-
Big thanks to our guests,
Very
Jack
much
and
so.
Jake.
Thank you for having us.
I would also like to say another big shout out to Newt's. Tuesdays are half off beer pitcher night at Newt's.
bonus
Great time
wings
to
are
be at-
unreal.
Great time to be at Newt's. The fish and chips is also spectacular. I
Yeah,
highly
who
recommend
knew? That burger place has a mean fish and chips. And we had
They got everything.
the lovely and talented Nikki as our bartender / server tonight. And she's a dynamo. So go to Newt's, do your thing. Thanks, fellas, for coming on. Please come back if you feel like doing it. And
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Jake and Mark.
Goodbye.